Hello, my name is Eric and I want to talk about scanning with sceye and the differences between batch scanning and context scanning. Here we go. Since the beginning in 2006, context scanning with sceye became more and more important for us. Today I want to show you why. ADF scanners are graded by pages per minute, by example 60 pages per minute. But the batches you intend to scan must be prepared, so you have to remove staples and clips. Additionally, you have to use barcode pages or something else to separate the single documents. Taking all these into account, so how many pages per man-minute can be really achieved? So let's make a calculation of the net throughput. Let's assume that we have an ADF scanner with 60 sheets and with 120 pages per minute in duplex mode. Let's also assume that we have an average of 3 sheets per document and maybe 2 empty backsides. Additionally, we have the need for a barcode page as a separator. Taking all this into account, we have 4 useful pages out of 8, and that means we have a net throughput of 60 pages per minute. Let's go ahead. We need at least 4 people who are preparing the batches, and we need 1 person who is scanning. So that means that we have here a net throughput of 12 pages per man-minute. And all this is not taking into account that we maybe have the need of a quality control for the scans, and we have to sort out the barcode pages as well. Now let's see how sceye works batch-wise. Here you see sceye in a real-time action. No preparation, just scanning. 10 to 12 pages per man-minute can be achieved easily. No matter which way you scan, the result of a batch scan is a staple of files. These files must be indexed and transferred. Basically, that's the character of batch scanning. But why are we scanning so far away from him? Well, let's give him a name. Let's call him knowledge worker. In most cases, more than 90% of the documents at the desk of a knowledge worker are 1 or 2-page documents. Also, in most cases, these documents are launching an action with an IT system, like booking or something else. So, how to do it different? Well, we call this alternative way context scanning. So let me show you an example of context scanning. Here, you see an application from one of our partners. They integrated sceye by using our SDK. With less than a minute, the knowledge worker books 2 invoices to the financial accounting system. By doing that, the document is placed right in front of him and under the sceye at the same time. With pressing the Save button, the program automatically makes a snapshot and saves it to the booking dataset. So, the scan happens in the context of the booking procedure. That's why no further indexing is needed, and that's why we call this context scanning. So, what are the advantages of context scanning? First, the scan happens where the document already is, right in front of the knowledge worker. Second, there is no paper preparation necessary, like removing staples or clips. Third, there is no need for separator pages like barcode pages. Furthermore, no indexing, no classification. The context represents the index for the document. Additionally, the scan profile can be chosen automatically depending on the context. By example, ID cards can be captured in color, invoices can be captured in black and white. All this prevents manually mistakes during the capture process. People can't choose the wrong scan profile and can't make a mistake by indexing. Without a special training, the knowledge worker can easily produce quality in his work. Even if sceye can work as a batch scanner too, the major strength of sceye is by using it for context scanning. Here we are highly efficient. So, who is the target group for context scanning? Let me give you a few examples. One of the first things which come in mind with batch scanning is a huge bank with a central administration. Thousands of documents must be scanned there. But there is also the teller's desk, where the clerk is in touch with the customer, and documents like ID cards or birth certificates must be scanned too. Well, this can be scanned in the context of the customer or the account. Or a government with a central administration. Of course, this is something for batch scanning, but think also about external units like police departments. The documents there must be scanned too, and here we have a case-based organization where documents can be scanned also in a context. Or insurances, also with a central administration. But also the insurance agents, which are visiting their customers, have to scan ID cards, policies and much more, and they are working in the context of the customer. Or logistic giants like UPS, DHL, FedEx, highly organized, and the paper is handled at a central place. But we shouldn't forget the huge group of small and medium enterprises in this business sector, and all have to handle the freight papers. Hospitals are scanning the patient files at a centralized place, but also the doctors, which are directly in a patient situation, have to scan a report of a colleague. Finally, invoice processing for big companies. Centralized processes with the classification of the documents, extraction of data, validation and much more. Sure, that is something for batch scanning. But have in mind that there are thousands of tax consultants doing their work for SMEs. They are working in the context of the customer and have to scan invoices and receipts. Or if the SME is booking the invoices directly, they want to scan the invoice in the context of the supplier. So, there is not one single target group. It has more to do with the organization and the process-related documents. For context scanning, you can integrate sceye easily by our SDK. It's free of charge and it's done within a few hours. I hope this movie gives you a good idea how to work with sceye. Thanks for your interest and your time.